Hi, everyone. This is Billy Ariel, Real Life, and I'm coming to you from inside the Resistance Studio. We have been here all day because we are doing our investigative work. Some of the team members are not here, but they're coming in later on tonight because they've been out in the field investigating to find out what's new and what's not new, what's happening and what's not happening. And so we're here. But I wanted to discuss something with you because I received a very important phone call that some of you already knows and some of you don't know. But I feel that it should be talked about so that you'll be able to know exactly what's going on. Now, what is going on is, as you all may have already found out or know about, um, there is a government shutdown. The government shut down at midnight on last night. And that means a lot of things are going to and have come to a standstill. In Virginia, there is supposed to be a governor's race. And the governor's race is between this creature named Winsome Searles, and she's going up against a woman named Abigail Spanberger. And this creature, Winsome Searles, is a creature that came out of Donald Trump's lab. And the reason why I call Winsome Searles a creature is because, one, this is an evil woman who is in total agreement of if a woman has been raped, there should be no abortion for her. And then number two, she looks evil. She looks like an evil creature. This is why I call her creature, but she's going up against this woman named Abigail Spanberger, and they are both trying to run to replace the current governor, Governor Glenn Youngkin, who is also a Trump supporter and is Trump's, right hand man as far as does everything what Trump wants him to do. Well, with this government shutdown happening, um, this prevents the governor's race from. This may very well prevent the governor's race from happening in Virginia. And this is a big blow to anyone who is against Trump because if this governor's race doesn't happen, not only do we get rid of Youngkin, because no one in Virginia likes Youngkin because Youngkin is a Trump supporter wholeheartedly, but we don't get a chance to put someone in office who is not a Trump supporter, such as Abigail Spanberger. And I and the team, we sat around and we talked about this and we thought, there are a lot of reasons why Trump and the Democrats and the Republicans wanted to have a shutdown. And this is one of the reasons why. They wanted to have a shutdown so that they can be able to stop things like the governor's race. And if this continues on, a whole lot of other things will be stopped. And this is why they're doing this, because if they can stop the governor's race in November, because the one in Virginia is going to be happening in November next month, then one of Trump's own stays in there. Because let me tell you, I and the team who talked about this, no one is going to be in selection for Winsome Searles. No one likes Winsome Searles at all. And so Winsome Searles knows she's going to lose. And Winsome Searles, again, is Trump's, right hand woman, even though he didn't endorse her. But all of that is by design. He is behind her every step of the way. And so if she loses, then Trump loses. So the only way to stop that, shut down the government. And not only in Virginia, but a few other states are going to be having, election races. Now, Washington, D.C. is not one of them, but if I am not mistaken, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I thought it was Gavin Newsom, but it's not Gavin Newsom, but a few other states are going to be having election races. And the election races are going to be between Trump's people and people who are anti Trump. And this is a way of Trump and all of his cronies gaining the upper hand, gaining the control. If they can keep theirs in office, then they can be able to maintain control. And so this is bad news for Virginia because of the fact that, you know, Youngkin has done terrible things for Virginia. He didn't start out being that way, but somehow Youngkin got compromised. And ever since he's been compromised, he's been doing terrible things for Virginia, things that are very similar to Trump. And so, with, people were saying, well, hey, in November, he's gone, he's getting out of there. But now that's not the case because of the fact that, you know, um, now it seems that we may be stuck with him indefinitely. And who's to say that this government shutdown could go on into next year? And so this is really bad. This is really bad that this is happening. And I and the team, we really feel for the people of Virginia because they were really expecting to get Youngkin out of there and get someone in there that's really for the people. But now it's looking like that's not going to happen. But regardless, if the lift is lifted, as far as the government lifting the ban on closing the government, people out there, people in Virginia, whatever happens, do not favor, do not vote for Winsome Samuels. I had said at one time that a lot of people, skin folks, are not your kin folks. And I know that we have a tendency of trying to stand by and stand up and stand with our own race of people. But if she gets into office, there will no longer be a Richmond. Things are going to fail. And this is why they closed the government, not only for the state of Virginia, but all those other states and places that are holding or that would be holding governor's election. Now, Abigail Spamberger is the one. And some of you may say, well, how do you know, Billy Ariel? Because I took a long look at her. When her picture was presented to me, and when I looked at her from her appearances on television, she is the one that should be the next governor of Richmond. But I wanted to let you all know this so that you will not be surprised. Be careful with your voting, if there is a voting, and if it takes a long period of time, because Youngkin is going to be in there. Youngkin, as I stated a few minutes earlier, Youngkin is Trump's right-hand man. He's up there with Trump. And Trump wants people that stands with him, that have his regards at his highest. And so those are the people that he wants in the office. Now, some of you may think, well, he hates Black people. Well, let me put it to you like this. Trump has he has no regards for Black people. But if a Black person is on his side and will stand with him and for him, he wants an office. He wants a type of people in office whereas he can rule over them. He can say it's going to go this way and that it will not be any fuss or confusion. They will go his way. And this is what he wants, what I call the Wolf Creeker. And if you look hard, really seriously hard at each individual that stands with Trump, that works for him, that is with him 110% all the way, you will recognize some type of animal creature within them. He has a sack. Each time I mess up his name, Hegseth. Pete Hegseth looks like a silver fox. Then you got people that's in Trump troop that look like bears, that looks like lizards, that looks like fox, that looks like just unscanny people. And that's what winsome is. So I wanted to bring this to you all to let you all know. This is the reason, one of the main reasons now, Trump and whoever will come forward to each and every one of you out there, and they will give their own excuse and reasons as to why the government has been shut down. But we, the resistance team, we know why the government has been shut down. See, the saying goes, you can fool some of the people some of the time, but you can't fool the people all of the time. And with me, Billy R.L., Patrina, the OM, original messenger, and a few of the other team members, we have gifts. Now, I'm not going to keep dwelling into what type of gifts we have, but we know what's what and what's going on. And this is why they're shutting the government down. So people of Virginia and all other places where it's supposed to be a governor election, stand strong and stand firm, because you will be getting the right type of governor, and keeping fingers crossed that she will do and say what she will do as she has said what she's supposed to be doing, helping the people of Virginia. And personally, I myself, I believe she's just that. And Trump knows it. And this is the reasons why they shut the government down, to keep her from entering in. He knows that the people are with her. When I say with her, I'm talking about Abigail Spamberger. The people are with her. And so, I can't say any more than what I've just said, but I wanted you all to know this. Hold yourself tight when Trump, number 47, uplists the closing of the government, opening back up again. You all who are interested and who have a wanting, a desire to keep Richmond to be like it once was, to be the state where people can move freely and people can do the things that they used to do. Well, Spamberger is the one. Think of that, people, because I told you once and I'll say again, I had this vision about the creature. And this creature, if she's elected as governor, you can say goodbye to Richmond, Virginia. So that's all I wanted to say. Take it for full value. Do whatever you will and may do. But if you're interested in keeping your state together and back on cue, and just upholding the state of Virginia, then do not vote for Winsome Searles. Do not vote for her. And with the government being closed down, shut down, just be patient, people. You have your mind set up, and no one can change your mind whether the government has been shut down or whether the government is open or reopened. But just think about this. Let's not, well, it's not, I live in Ohio, but let's not think about, you know, um, what has happened, what has taken place on the world of today. But just know that, they can get better. Don't make the same mistake twice that you made before in electing the President of the United States. That's all I have to say. Power to the people out there, to all of you in Virginia and other states and cities as well. You have the power that's within. Open your eyes and utilize your power. Your power only makes you strong. And you can get your power through facts, truth, and knowledge. Knowledge is power. Use your power. This is Billy R.L. from the Resistance Team. Until the next time something comes up, I will come back your way again. Power to all people.